Hello and welcome to Drama Recaps. Today we will delve into the 2013 American biographical sports drama film named 42. Spoilers ahead. Based on a true story. In 1945, Branch Rickey, who's part of the Brooklyn Dodgers, had a plan to bring a black player onto his team. His assistant Harold doesn't agree with this, but Rickey is determined. He asks his team to search for the right person. When they meet to discuss options, sports writer Wendell Smith suggests Jackie Robinson, a player for the Kansas City Monarchs. Robinson played for UCLA and served in the Army, but he was court-martialed for his temper. Harold still objects, saying Robinson is a troublemaker, but Rickey sees his courage in standing up against discrimination. He chooses Robinson. Rickey asks Robinson to meet with him and offers him a spot on the Brooklyn Dodgers for $600 a month plus a $3,500 signing bonus. There is one condition: Robinson must control his temper. Even though some players may not accept him, he needs to stay calm. Robinson is surprised but agrees and signs the deal. After the meeting, he calls his girlfriend Rachel, proposes, and they get married right away. Rickey arranges for the newlyweds to fly to Florida. During a stop in New Orleans, Rachel gets angry at a whites-only sign on a bathroom door and uses it anyway. A racist officer is offended and cancels their flight, so they have to take a bus instead. When they arrive in Florida, Wendell Smith greets them. Since black people couldn't stay in hotels at that time, he set up a villa for them. The next day, he takes Robinson to the field for training. On the way, he tells Robinson to get ready to deal with reporters, as he will be the first black player to join the MLB. When they get there, reporters are everywhere, asking Robinson lots of questions. But he deals with it well, saying he's just there to play and nothing else matters to him. Rickey starts him off with the Brooklyn Dodgers affiliate team, the Montreal Royals, and introduces him to the manager, Clay Hoppers. Watching Robinson play, Rickey is excited by what he sees, but Hoppers isn't happy and seems arrogant. Rickey warns him to be fair to Robinson or he might lose his job. After the first training, Wendell takes Robinson to Sanford, where a man named Mr. Brock has found a place for him to stay. Robinson starts playing for the Montreal Royals against the Brooklyn Dodgers in a practice game. This is a big moment, as he's the first black player in the MLB, but the reaction is mixed. People of color cheer him on, but the white crowd insults him. That night, an old white man warns Brock and Wendell that some white people are angry about Robinson staying in Sanford and playing with white players. They plan to cause trouble at his house. Wendell tells Rickey, who says to take Robinson to Daytona Beach but not tell him why. Wendell drives him there but gets scared when he sees some white people and tells Robinson everything. Robinson keeps playing his best even though he hears hateful things and faces discrimination. Even league officials are against him. During a game, a security officer won't let him play, and despite Rickey's arguments, he has to leave the field. But he does so well in practice games that Rickey officially welcomes him to the Montreal Royals and says he will play in the upcoming season. Robinson is very grateful and asks Rickey why he is being so kind. Rickey explains that he doesn't care about Robinson's race, only his skill, because he wants to create a winning team for the World Series. When Robinson goes to Jersey City for the season's opening game, many young black boys meet him at the station, looking up to him as a hero and hoping to be like him one day. He keeps playing for the Montreal Royals, and enjoys his time with his wife Rachel and their new baby. In 1947, as he got ready to go to Panama City for a game, some Brooklyn Dodgers players signed a petition against him. They don't want a black teammate. The Brooklyn Dodgers manager, Leo Droscher, finds out and is asked by Rickey to help. Leo meets with the team and is very angry at them for being mean and not following team rules. He tells them they must treat Robinson fairly and take back the petition or lose their places on the team. This meeting works, and the players give in to Leo's demand. For a while, things are calm for Rickey, but then Leo is suspended because of a scandal about his personal life. Rickey doesn't agree with this but can't change the decision. It makes things hard because they can't find a new manager quickly. After some time, Rickey calls Robinson to his office and tells him he will be moving to the Dodgers. Robinson joins the team, and although not everyone is friendly, he is happy about this big step. He gets his jersey with the number 42 and walks into the stadium. Many African Americans are there, clapping and cheering for him. Meanwhile, Ricky is on the lookout for a new manager and ends up hiring Bert Schotten for the upcoming game in 1947. During a game against the Philadelphia Phillies, their manager Ben Chapman begins to hurl racist slurs at Robinson, attempting to throw him off his game. Robinson, struggling with the hateful comments, holds himself together but runs off to the locker room to vent his frustration and breaks down in tears. Ricky comes to him, encouraging him to prove himself on the field. Inspired, Robinson returns to the game, where his teammate Eddie Stanky defends him against Chapman. Robinson eventually scores the winning run, and he thanks Eddie for standing up for him. After the game, Robinson tells his wife Rachel that he doesn't care about the approval of white people, he only cares about his game and knows his worth to the team. Harold goes to Ricky, angry about Chapman's behavior, but Ricky calms him down, suggesting that Chapman is unintentionally rallying support for Robinson. Before the next game, the Phillies' general manager, Herb Pennock, calls Ricky and asks him not to bring Robinson. Ricky firmly states that Robinson will go wherever the team goes. When the Brooklyn Dodgers arrive in Philadelphia, they are denied hotel reservations because of Robinson. This angers his teammates, who argue with the hotel staff. They worry they'll have to sleep on the bus, but Harold finds a solution. The Phillies, receiving backlash for Chapman's treatment of Robinson, find their manager reprimanding Chapman for his behavior, making them all look bad. He insists Chapman make amends with Robinson to restore the team's image. Harold delivers the message to Robinson that Chapman wants to take a photo with him, an attempt to mend fences. Robinson is skeptical that Chapman has truly changed, but Harold and Wendell persuade him to proceed with taking a photo. Chapman greets him publicly, and they snap a picture that makes headlines. In the Dodgers' next game against the Pittsburgh Pirates, Robinson is struck in the face by their pitcher, causing a brawl between the teams. Rachel is distressed, thinking the harassment will never end, but Robinson reassures her that he's become accustomed to it. Dodgers player Pee Wee Reese complains to Ricky about a threatening letter he received, but Ricky reveals that Robinson gets thousands of such letters, even with threats against his family. This helps Reese comprehend the constant pressure Robinson faces. In a following game in Cincinnati, when the crowd taunts Robinson, Reese publicly shows his support, quieting the spectators. Another teammate, Ralph Branca, also makes amends with Robinson. During a game against the St. Louis Cardinals, a player intentionally hurts Robinson, and his teammates want to retaliate. Robinson, however, insists they concentrate on the game. Ricky later visits him, sharing a moment he witnessed of a young white boy imitating Robinson's style, symbolizing a small triumph over racism. Robinson again asks why Ricky is so kind, and Ricky discloses a past regret of not defending a black player on their team who faced continuous abuse. He doesn't want to repeat that mistake with Robinson. Robinson's success grows, and he becomes increasingly accepted by teammates and fans. In a rematch with the Pittsburgh Pirates, Robinson hits a home run off his previous attacker, Fritz, winning the National League for his team and moving on to the World Series.